We are joined here today by the only person to do every single season of the Alpha Project. Whatever kind of thing he has done to Jerry in the past, Jerry keeps bringing him back. Anthony Cunningham, how are you?
Good.
So you're going again. This will be number 5 for you.
Yeah. Can't say no.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Once you kind of get the thrill of competition, it's hard to not see an Alpha Project happening and not be involved in it some way. So, what first drew you to the Alpha Project? How did you get involved from the very, very start?
I'd say it was my friend got me interested. I'd done a beginner course back in 2021, and I took so long out. I was just too busy. Always wanted to get back to the MMA, and then my friend seen the Alpha Project online. He's like, "Dude, do it." And I was like, "I don't know." I was scared, and he basically just called me a chicken, essentially. I was like, "Do it now." Text Jerry. Jerry's like, "Yeah, it's free. Join up." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do this." And it was scary, but I done it.
So had you any previous martial arts or training before you actually done the Alpha Project?
Just that beginner course in 21. That was only about, I think it was 12 weeks, 1 day a week. So it was nothing really. I forgot it all by that point.
Yeah, so I've been involved one way or another in every Alpha Project as well, mostly working as a cutman, so I'd have been wrapping your hands for the first one, competed in the second, I trained for the third but didn't compete, and then I competed the last time. It just keeps dragging you in. The experience is like nothing you've ever experienced before. If someone was talking to you now about, and maybe on the fence about doing the Alpha Project, what advice would you give them, or how would you sell them the Alpha Project?
How do you sell it? I think it almost sells itself too, but it's one of those things too. You have to think you don't need fitness. You don't need to be incredibly in shape going to the gym all the time. I ain't gonna lie. At my first session, I had to run off the mats to be sick within 10 minutes of being there. Not that it was extreme, but it was just you build up that fitness through it, and it's the confidence you build through it. Even the friends too, the amount of guys I became friends with through this, and even just getting involved in the club afterwards. It's such a welcoming place to be. And the Alpha Project itself just makes you push yourself, and everyone's there together. You're all inexperienced, especially at the start, and you're all just there supporting each other the whole way through it. Even if someone's struggling, there's no ha, you're not doing well. It's always, come on man, we can do this, we can push. It's just incredible.
I actually found that as well, and my first time actually doing the Alpha Project, I actually had come in with just a small little bit of grappling experience, but had never threw a punch before, and nothing made you feel as helpless as trying to kind of learn a new skill, especially for me, because I was 42 whenever I first fought. So you're talking about the whole gym experience and the whole gym culture. It's not just the kind of Oma that does that, because it was the same in Evolve, and I went down to Limavady and trained, and I was up with yourself, and the whole kind of camaraderie of the whole Alpha Project guys, we kind of banded together, we supported each other. It's one of the things, you come in and you've met people that you've never met before, and then you find now that you're probably going to be lifelong friends. Is that what you found through your Alpha Project experience?
100%. Even when it comes to fight day, you're meeting all the guys from other gyms, and everyone's just friendly because you're all in this thing together. Even the guy you fight at the end of it, you become friends in a way, because you may have fought, but you're there's no bad feelings. You're just we've done this together, we've worked together. I can see how hard it's been.
I find that too with the two guys I fought. I really, really like them. They're just such nice guys. I'm never going to do it again. I'm never stepping inside again. So you're a featured bout this time. You're technically the co-main event. So you've been rewarded for your loyalty, and you're actually going to be fighting another guy, Oren, who was a main training partner of me, who's actually he's done from season 2 onwards. So these are the two kind of consistent people in the Alpha Project, and now he's get to go out there and he's get to be featured high up the card. How is that going to feel for you? Because you've normally been quite early on the card for a few of them, haven't you?
For the other ones, yeah. The last fight, I was second last. I think I was the fight for you in the last one, so that was crazy. But this one now, for me, it's officially, because it says co-main event on the post and everything. It's a scary thing to think about. You're like, oh, I'm sort of semi-carrying this as the lead up to the final. Feels good.
Yeah, I have no idea how I got to be the main event the last time. I have no idea, but it was some buzz. But the kind of the higher you are up the card, the longer you're waiting in the back, and you're seeing people going out and coming back and going out and coming back, and the room eventually gets less and less people. I actually found that the first time, whenever I went, was my time to fight. Now I wasn't that high up the card, but the room just seemed to be empty whenever it was my time to fight. And I don't know if it was just the anxiety of going out to fight that made me feel that way. How do you deal with nerves on fight day?
I think I'm pretty good at handling them. I tend to think I'm more chatting to other boys that are nervous. Especially my first fight, I was very nervous, I won't lie. And then you sort of get used to it. And then after that, I kind of found myself more supporting guys, being like, "Oh, it's all right. Don't be too nervous. Like, it's gonna, like, 6 minutes at the end of the day. And win or lose, you've done something incredible. You've done something like what, say, 2% of people actually do. Yeah. Win or lose, you stepped in. Nerves, I do get nervous, but I think I keep myself from being nervous by talking to everyone else. If I'm sitting with my own thoughts, I couldn't sit with earphones on and getting in the zone. To be honest, I don't have that killer instinct to be in the zone. I like to have fun.
Yeah, I was the same because I work as a cut man, because I'm always backstage at shows anyway. I actually found myself wrapping hands to keep myself busy, and that kind of kept me occupied and handled the nerves. So you're going to be fighting Oren. When you get announced to do a fight like this, especially somebody who's had a few fights on the Alpha Project, do you watch his fights back, or are you I concentrate on my own fight kind of person?
I used to not, like, up until this Alpha Project, I'd never watched any of my old ones back. Couldn't bear even watch my own. But this time I've watched Oren's, and it's more just to get an idea. But at the end of the day, you can see how they fight, but everyone changes through the Alpha Projects. You pick up new skills every time, so you could be a completely different fighter now.
Yeah,
so it's hard to judge.
I think I'm the only person in the Alpha Project who never picked up a skill. My fighting style was just one-dimensional from the start. It was just jab, grab, and hold you down. So
but it worked. It worked.
It worked once. And you both share. You both have shared the cage with a Fabian, was it? You have both fought Fabian. Fabian, yeah. So, like, no, when Fabian trains in your gym as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or he did train in your gym. He trained for, like, have you reached out to him for any advice, or?
Yeah, he's training with us currently. He's not fighting, but he's training, which is great because he's helping push us. Like, we were grappling the other night, and he was pushing me. He's like, "Come on, I gotta get you ready for your fight." And I was like, "Appreciate it, dude." Wasn't fully feeling it on Monday, but he got me in the zone.
I actually done the same for Oren, and not the last season, the season before, because I wasn't fighting on it. I showed up to the training and I just put them through as much hell as I could, because I didn't have to do it, but he had to do it, and it was just you kind of find your mean streak whenever you don't have the risk of competition.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I found that a few times the Alpha this time. Am I excited? Oh
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of, I am. It's not even the idea of, like, the fight. I like the build-up. I like the event. I like supporting people in the day. The fight is, I guess, a bonus in a way. I'm not out to hurt people. It's just the fight is that thing that keeps you motivated to train. That's what's the main thing for me. Having that focus. And
now it's going to be again in your hometown. So so you'll not have that far to go. So, like, friends and family coming to watch.
Yeah, I actually have to go out this week and stop dropping off tickets. So I'm, like, planning my route and stuff to make it easier for myself. Yeah,
I hated that whole trying to. Oh, I'll take 2 tickets, and then they ghost you. Then coming up there, like, happens all the time.
Yeah,
but that's the part that nobody tells you. No, as if you're not stressed enough with training and fitness and diet and making weight, you then have to go and chase people who promise that they would buy 2 tickets off you or 4 tickets off you, and then, maybe went on partying or something and spent the money. That's the things that people don't see. This podcast is sponsored by King of Comps. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or kingofcomps.co.uk for your chance to win life-changing prizes with realistic odds. Win cars, cash, holidays, and instant prizes from as little as 1p. That's kingofcomps.co.uk. So, Alpha Project veterans, now go face to face, and then that bloody Niall Hollywood comes in with an amateur fight and takes away your glory at the top of the card.
I appreciate it. It takes away some of the stress, I think, and I think he's earned that. Him and his opponent, they've stepped up that extra level. They've done the novice fight. They've now gone amateur. I think they deserve that. It shows that you can go from being that novice, an experienced fighter, and get to amateur fairly quickly if you're dedicated, which Niall is.
Yeah, I always, whenever I kind of done the interview with Niall, that's what I says. He kind of embodies everything that was great about the Alpha Project. You start as a beginner, you have a few fights, you get your competitive experience, and then you move on the game then to amateur. Is that something you could see yourself doing, or are you happy just being an Alpha Project veteran?
I do talk with family and my partner about going up to amateur. My family's all like, no, don't do it. My partner, she's just like, I don't want you to, but I know you're going to at some point. I like the idea. I like the challenge. It's stepping it up, going without the shin pads for once. It could be exciting, terrifying, but exciting. And it's the extra challenge I'd like to try at some point, just to push myself that wee bit harder.
Yeah, the wee step up in competition is good. If I had been 10 years younger, I definitely would have been seriously considering keeping at it and going to amateur. I didn't start until I was 42 when I had the first fight, and for me it was just the chance to go and experience the sport that I love firsthand, instead of sitting there watching, to actually get the chance to step in. So whenever I first stepped into the cage at season 2, the whole kind of experience of getting in the cage and the strange kind of calm come over me, it was kind of like an outer body experience. How did you find your first experience in the cage? Do you remember it?
Terrified. I've seen that video back now and I can see my face walking in. I'm like, I look semi-calm, but I'm not. It's crazy. I don't know why. I'd watched too many main event UFC things, and I was like, oh, maybe we'll meet in the middle and we'll shake hands. And then you realize as soon as that cage door closes, it's on, and the nerves. It's hard to stomach the nerves.
Yeah, that's it. I fought Kyle the last time, and he's a guy I really, really liked, and he's a guy that I had knew before the Alpha Project, and that's what I was saying to him after the fight. I was like, I really, really like you. But when I was in that cage, I was looking at you going, for the next 6 minutes, I fucking hate you. I want to kill you. And it's kind of, for people who are not involved in MMA or even any combat sport, that's kind of hard to explain to them that, no, I actually don't hate this guy, but I will knock him out if I get a chance. It's the most kind of back to front way of thinking you could ever get. So we'll just wrap this up here shortly. So Healy Park, 14th of March, you're going to make the walk for the 5th time. You're going to be the featured fight, co-main event on the Alpha Project, and you're going to then, hopefully, you're going to spend, maybe after then, you're going to maybe talk to the next generation of Alpha Project fighters. Whenever you kind of done it for the first time and then you've seen the guys coming in the second time, the kind of fresh meat guys, did you find yourself taking on a kind of mentor role to those guys?
I did a wee bit. I find it every time I sort of do. I always it just makes me so happy to see new faces step in and give it the chance, give it a go. People think MMA is filled with ruffians, and then you come in and you realise everyone's just there to help each other. These new guys come in, you see them picking up new skills, and you're like, just makes you so happy because you can see the excitement on their face when they learn something new.
Yeah.
And they want to push themselves as well.
The training too, it's not about the major ones, it's about the wee small victories that you get from week to week. You know, like, oh, he didn't catch me in a choke this time, or I escaped that arm bar, or I was able to slip that punch. You know, that's where you see yourself. It's the small kind of ones that you have every week. In terms of, you know, overall, because I think that this was really, really great for I wouldn't say I had mental health problems, but I kind of had confidence issues. You might find that while hard to believe. I kind of it changed my whole demeanour and how I approached not just the training but in life. Do you find yourself that you've become a different person since you've taken on this journey?
100%. Like I can say, before doing it, I'd been off work on like a mental health break.
Yeah,
I'd had depression. That I struggled with it. MMA has been the biggest godsend on the Alpha Project. It's been the best thing to ever come into my life. Like, I see myself since doing training, like my head's been cleared. So happy. Like, whenever I'm not in the gym training, I'm not as happy. As soon as I'm finished a class, if I've had a bad day, you just feel so good. Like, it has been the biggest life changer for me, and not thank Jerry enough for ever doing it. Truly changed my life.
We have a rule on this thing. We don't give Jerry praise.
Oh,
No, I'm only
I'm Jerry.
joking. As much as it breaks my heart, I have to praise him. I shouldn't be doing it in public because we have this kind of healthy rivalry. Because Jerry used to get me drunk a lot.
It's a good thing as well at times. Just not the next day.
Yeah, so I've actually had the pleasure, like me and Jerry have been, when he's been traveling with the IMAFs and I've been working with the IMAFs, so we've always kind of come across each other. But yeah, I really, really like Jerry. He's actually roped me into commentating this time.
That'll be exciting. How are you feeling for that?
No. I commented the last time. I commented 4 fights on the last one, and I thought, I was terrible enough, but he seems to want me to come back and do it, so we're going to give it a go for him.
You've got that character, you've got just that friendly vibe, and you feel like you've got that knowledge to explain it.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I've been around this game nearly 20 years. Sometimes I surprise myself by actually how much I know just through osmosis of just watching fights continuously, because that's all I do. So we'll wrap this up here now. It's going to be Alpha Project All Stars. It's Saturday the 14th of March, Healy Park in Omagh. Tickets are on sale. You can buy tickets from any of the fighters, or you can follow Virtuous MMA on Instagram. Follow the link, get your tickets that way. Tony will be fighting my good friend Oren, my old training partner, so I'm going to have to remain unbiased in the commentary desk, but secretly I'll be No. May the best man win.
Yeah. All respect for each other. No hatred at the end of the day.
He's the most likable guy you couldn't not like him. I
have a problem with that. I always see the nice side.
I actually used to feel bad, whenever I used to get him in submissions, and then he would have got up and just drilled me in the face, and then I didn't feel bad after it. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting. This has Fight of the Night written all over it. This is the show stealer of the night. Anthony Cunningham versus Oren Kern. It's going to be worth the ticket money alone. So that's going to be Healy Park, 14th of March, Virtuous number 5, Alpha Project All Stars. Get your tickets now. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's been a pleasure.